Good evening, Professor Black. So for this week's chapter ethics video, I'll be doing it on chapter 7, the identifying suspects. And basically, Janet Wheeler, she is the reporter that's going to be on this case. I will be talking about it. There was 2 biker gangs who ended up getting in a brawl at Twins Peak in Waco, Texas, and 9 people were dead, 20 people were injured, 177 people were arrested. Janet Wheeler worked for a local news station, and the local news station wanted to go ahead and get in front of the story. They wanted to go ahead and get the identity of the deceased people that died, the people that were injured, and the police were not like letting go any. The police were not giving out any information until the closest family members or the next of kin of these deceased people were founded. So Janet found herself in a very uncomfortable situation because her manager and the producers were like, no, who cares, go ahead of the story and try to get all information you can, go on the social media of the family members, try to figure out who are these people so we can go ahead and put it out on our evening news. This was huge for the local news station. You know, this was a big story. Stuff like this rarely happens at Waco. I felt like, and I know Janet also felt like, this was very unethical, very unprofessional, and an invasion of privacy. It's like she said in the chapter, all news sources, all they care about is trying to get ahead of the story and trying to be the first people to put it out, but not try to get the resources. So it's like, let's get ahead of it and then get the resources later. Anywho, the competitors of the local news stations, they ended up getting the information of the names of the deceased people, and they were like, now since the names are out, it doesn't even matter, let's just put it out. You know, like, let's let our station put it out since the names are already out there. I felt like this was, you know, there has to be a code of ethics, and there is somewhat of a code of ethics for professional journalism, which is minimize harm, basically from Brown. And he said that treat others how you would want to be treated. Do you want, like, if one of your family members were deceased, would you want to know from a local news station, or do you want the police to tell you in the autopsy report, you know, like make sure the case is closed so they have all the information? That's basically what the codes of ethics is saying. If I was in Janet's situation, I would most definitely go with the way I feel in my gut, and I would put myself in the shoes of the family members and totally be like, okay, in reality, I get it. We want to be the first to put out the story, but let's get all of the information. I'd rather have all the information and all the facts and then put out the story, and like maybe even get interviews of the family members, you know, after they were able to identify who was deceased or whatnot. So this has made me much more ethical. I know now if I ever get into journalism and I want to produce a story, I'm going to have all the facts and then some, and then put out the story. I would have to just battle it out with my producer and my manager, I guess.